Hey, what's up everybody? My name is King Z. Welcome back to the Empire. If this is your first time here, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you do, make sure to check out the rest of the series and consider subscribing. Last episode, we got the barracks done, which I think came out great, and we also built our very first bridge, which is actually kind of growing on me, especially since I've added the water in here. I think it actually looks pretty good. No need to tear it out yet, and I talked about it at the very end of last episode, but we're going to be building a blacksmith today, probably over here, working on this storage area. But something that I've been working on off camera, I came back through and wanted to add to the dungeon. So beforehand, this led nowhere, but now it actually leads to a little bit of like a dungeony looking place so far. It actually has access straight to the barracks from here. So here's the front door, which I left open. Bad Z. We can come right through the front doors here. Close the door behind us this time. You can go up the tower, or you can go down to the dungeon area, which has this nice little spot here, which I'm not really sure what I'm put up here. Possibly like a little guard station where you can sit and just chill. There's also the doors leading out that way, so they can bring them through here. They don't have to bring them through the barracks. This is just kind of for the, I guess, the dungeon keepers, easy access from bed, I guess. I don't know. Not really sure what I'm gonna do over here. Probably something similar to that area, just some storage, and then it comes down here. We're leading down to the dungeon, which I have not completed yet. I'm thinking about doing this episode as well. I don't want to do anything too crazy for dungeon. This is kind of like a smaller castle. I might expand it this way, but I know I have some exploring to do. I actually went through here and did a little bit of caving because I found this nice little cave here. So we have a cave system down here, which I've kind of explored just for some materials, basically looking for some more iron. Even though we have plenty over there in Kings Valley, I want to maybe get a little bit more. But that's kind of all I have done for this dungeon so far. Like I said, I want to add some cells, do some cool things with that will probably get done this episode. But first things first, what I really want to do is get a layout for the blacksmith. Now, if you haven't been watching this series so far, you heard me talking about this a while back when we first started the castle. I want this to be open to the storage area right here. And so I'm probably gonna have like an open space here for the blacksmith to do his work outside. And then we'll probably have a building back here for him to live in with his family or something like that. But I want direct access into this storage area because this whole top portion is gonna be closed off. We're gonna have parts of the castle, I'm thinking, pushed back this way. So there'll be a building on it basically right here where these end. So the building will be back further. There might be like a sloped roof here. And then we'll have a massive storage area in here. We might mix it up, maybe make it a little bit shorter. I'm not really sure how big I want this storage area to be, and it's not really going to house my storage things. I might do a secret storage in this area, maybe somewhere in the dungeon, maybe somewhere in the castle. I'm not totally sure yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some materials. I'm going to get a layout going for the blacksmith area. I might work a little bit on the dungeon off camera. If I do, I'll make sure to show you guys. And then I really have no idea what I want to do for the storage, but let's hope that something comes to mind and that I can get this episode out a little bit quicker than the last one came out. I really want to get back into this building, this castle. I've got a lot of inspiration, and we've got a lot of new subscribers. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed so far. I really appreciate it. We're up to 61 right now as I'm recording this. So to all of you that have subscribed, I really appreciate it. Those of you that I know, those of you that I don't, those of you that I have thanked, and those of you that I have not, I want to thank all of you. But let's get into some building. All right, so I've been doing a little bit of work on the dungeon, trying to make it look a little bit more complete down here. I've added 4 cells with some sleeping sacks down here. I actually got this idea from Mr. Flimflammer. If you guys haven't checked out his series yet, make sure to go check him out. Not only is he an awesome builder, but he's absolutely hilarious. So I recommend you guys check out his channel. And he has really cool ideas like this. And then there's also something I don't want to do that he does is he puts like stairs or slabs above like holding cells that he makes and like puts water on top of there. So there's like a little drip effect, which is really cool. I'm probably going to add that in here as well. I have enough space to do so. So yeah, the dungeon is kind of complete. I would kind of want these things to spawn something. They're pretty dark in here. I think maybe like a zombie will spawn in here or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. I can lock them in there just to give ourselves like at least one prisoner. But if you're wondering where I got the brown wool to get the brown carpet, I actually went on another adventure. I don't know how far in that direction to find myself a jungle, but I knew there's a jungle in that direction, and I traveled for what seemed like forever. And I found a few things along the way. I found some foxes. I also found some berry bushes, which is really nice. We can actually plant these guys now, use them for more decoration. Obviously, I found the jungle, so I got some saplings. We got jungle wood. I got cocoa beans for the brown dyes, which is really nice. Found a village along the way, which gave us a cartography table, a blast furnace. I got a couple cow heads along the way because I was killing a bunch of cows, which is kind of cool. We have some more stuff for decoration now. Got a few flowers, lily of the valley, and a cornflower, pumpkin pie, some more brown wool, and some empty maps, which I'll probably use to map out this area, and a compass. Also some saplings, because if you guys aren't aware, in this texture pack, jungle wood is green. You can use this for some waterlogged buildings or just some swampy areas. I think this will be really cool for maybe like a swamp village in that direction, or maybe like a hobbit area or something like that. I think it'd be really cool. What I kind of want to move on to next after the castle is maybe another small village, and I'm thinking maybe like a hobbit area, either in the swamp, because Pixel Brew did that and it was really awesome. I kind of want to try my hand at doing something along similar lines, but possibly maybe in a plains biome where we make it kind of very hilly, if you will. But I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to do next or not. I'd love to have you guys' feedback on that. But yeah, that's kind of all I got done so far. I just want to show you the dungeon and the fact that I actually went out and got some cocoa beans for some brown dye, and that we found some bushes we can decorate decorate a little bit more now. All right, so I got a quick little update for you guys. I still haven't really worked on the blacksmith at all. I've been working on this storage area, and I originally wanted to do like a wooden roof over this thing, but I could not for the life of me make it look good. So I decided to do like a balcony thing here. So what I'm thinking is I'll probably have like a great hall or like an eating hall up here, and there'll be a balcony to come out here and have conversation and stuff like that, just to make things a little bit more interesting. And I like the way that this shape came out. I'm not totally sure about it just yet. I really love the lanterns though. That really kind of brings out a little bit of character in it. And the door here I'm not really sold on as well. It's an even door, so it's kind of weird, but I wanted to have one open, so there's a one wide gap here to get in. And I haven't really done any texturing or detailing on the inside of this thing. I just kind of laid the groundwork, and I'm not sure if I want to cut it off, so maybe like have this be the very back and maybe some chests possibly back here or something like that. And I've also kind of been contemplating on whether or not I should put my storage in here, because I really have to at least put it somewhere. I have it over there in the back of the horse stable area, which is not a very good spot for me right now. And if I have it over here, it'll be a little bit easier for me to grab stuff for the actual keep, make building a little bit easier on myself. I do have a little opening here for a doorway for the blacksmith, like I said. I was trying to get like a layout for the blacksmith, and I can't. For some reason, my building skills are not on point today, but it's looking okay. Once I get a structure on this thing, I think it'll look a little bit better, and I think I'll probably try to get at least the shape up here of like a building that I want to have up here. It's not going to be too crazy, and it actually probably will have a wooden roof, but it's going to be a little bit more in the medieval style, so it'll have like these pillars maybe going all the way up, maybe not. It'll have basically like a stone face on it, and then the wooden roof will actually be inset a little bit more, so it'll be a little bit different than these guys over here. But yeah, just that quick little update. I'm probably going to go back through here, try to detail, make things look like it's actual storage, make it pretty messy, just trying to add a lot of character to this area, and hopefully I can come up with a blacksmith design, because I've really been kind of struggling with that. So I'm gonna get back to work, and I'll see you guys when this is done, and hopefully have something over here. So I've been getting some work done on the blacksmith area, and I think it's actually coming out pretty well. I've added a lot of decoration over here to make things look a little bit more alive. I've got the front face of the house. I still need to get the roof on top of this thing, but I do have the roof on top of the actual blacksmith shed area. I don't know what you would call this little opening here. I got the forge here, which is looking pretty nice. We have some campfires underneath this to actually allow smoke to come up through here. We got fire on top of the magma blocks, and the magma blocks are there to make it look like there's hot coals in there for making our iron hot, so we can beat it over here on an anvil to make tools and weapons and such. We have a cooling station for the blacksmith to cool off those tools, a grindstone to sharpen those said tools, a few tables over here, which I want to put some decoration on that one, because it's about the only one that I can put anything on. I'm not sure exactly what yet. Maybe like a little potted plant. He wants to be a little green out here. I don't know. I got the blast furnace here, which is going to be smelting all of our ore to make ourselves iron ingots for the actual forge area. So I've dotted a few iron ores around just to make it look like we actually have an inventory to be using to make tools. And then also I've added a few barrels out here. And again, for those of you that don't know, Mr. Flim Flamer, I'm talking to you. I don't remember if I've ever seen these in your world, but our note blocks in this texture pack are actually crates, which actually make a pretty awesome decorative block. And they come in a variety of colors, which is really nice. But yeah, so I think this thing's coming out pretty well. Like I said, I still need to add the roof on there. I've added the chimney back here. What I think I might want to do though is swap out the casing for the blast furnace and maybe the forge to brick. But before I do that, I want to change the texture of granite to maybe match our brick a little bit better. And for those of you that don't know, let me take a nap real quick. Our brick actually looks like this. So if I can make granite look a little bit more brown, a little bit more red, maybe something like kind of mixed with this pretty well, I think I'll probably be using that for chimneys and such. And I think it'll kind of break it up from the wall, because you can see right here, it blends right into the wall, and it's kind of not the greatest. I mean, same with this thing. It's just like, it looks like a giant block here, and like from a distance, you can't even tell that it's there, honestly. So if I could swap some of these out for some brick to kind of make things look a little bit better, I think it would be pretty nice. I've also added some trap doors up here, and I've just placed a campfire on the inside to allow the smoke to rise up into the sky, which is a really neat trick. I first seen it from Mythical Sausage, I believe, but everybody uses that trick, in case you're wondering. I've had some lanterns around here, and I've also been doing a little bit of work here. This kind of just came out randomly, but I think it looks pretty cool. It definitely looks cool from the exterior of the walls, and once I get the actual roof on and I finish the rest of the walls, I might swap those fence windows out for some actual glass later on, but for right now, I'm just kind of leaving it there just to give me a little bit of variation in the textures up here. But like I said, this will probably be like a great haul for eating. What I'll probably do is come through here, add some beams across and such, and hopefully plan a cool little entrance here. Probably not gonna have an opening for the blacksmith to just walk in here. That'd be kind of weird, but I was thinking about maybe having like a little balcony up here for the blacksmith to maybe make it onto the wall, or I could just cancel that altogether. I'm not totally sure. It's kind of like a small space to work with, but so far it's coming out all right. I'm liking it. I'm probably going to try to finish up this blacksmith, and then I haven't touched the interior of the storage area, so I'll need to come back through here, add all those crates, add some chests and everything in here. And I think I actually am going to use this for my storage area in this area, just because why not? It's going to be useless otherwise. It doesn't need to be purely aesthetic. And if I can use some buildings for some actual storing areas, it's probably going to be a little bit better for me. And if I can have some massive amounts of like stone, dirt, and all that stuff in certain areas that are closer to other areas, that way I don't have to bring it all the way from Kings Valley to here, or all the way from Kings Valley to maybe a spot that's way over there. I can just stop here and make my way on to wherever we're going to be heading next. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys another quick little update. I feel like I've been doing a lot of updates this episode. Hopefully you guys don't mind it. Hopefully you kind of like seeing little bits of progress here and there. I'm finally starting to feel like this build is coming together, especially with this huge towering thing. I want to get the roof on this thing to see how it actually looks. So I'm probably going to be working on that and the storage area. And when I get back, hopefully the blacksmith will be finished and the storage. I'm not so sure about this thing, but I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so the blacksmith is basically complete. I've already taken a look at what I've done on the exterior. I've added a few lanterns here. I actually put a lantern over there for some more light. I've completed the interior walls except for that one, except for this one right here. And then I want to bring these walls up a little bit more as well. I might actually put a second floor in this because I do have room for it. And I also want to put a wall here just to kind of close this off, but I might use it for extra space possibly. I still kind of want to work on the interior of this place, but I have a subscriber, and last episode when we were building the barracks, I had everything done and I was talking about decorating things, and she actually gave me a pretty good suggestion on maybe having like a quirky knight that likes to have a garden over by the barracks area, but there wasn't really a space for me to put it. There's a space over where I have my storage chest right now, but honestly, I mean, there's no light that gets there, so I figured I could use maybe like a different spot for that. And Lady Begzilla had this idea, and I've actually implemented it for our blacksmith. So our blacksmith is not only an awesome tool maker and a forger of awesome tools and weapons, but he also has a soft side where he likes to garden in his backyard here, which I think is a pretty cool little thing to have. So we have some bamboo here that's got some string over the top. We have this one that's kind of a little bit thicker, but it has that thing stopping it as well. But I have some wheat here that's going to grow, some berry bushes in here, a few flowers, a few ferns, and I think it's just a nice little garden space for him to have in the back. And whenever he's done with his day, he can come through there, kind of mess around with his garden, or just hang out in his house, which I still need to do the interior obviously, but it's looking pretty good so far. I like the way this came out. I did finish a roof on this thing, but I'm not super happy with it. I think I might do some reworking of the roof just because it didn't come out exactly the way I wanted it to, and I think I have a better idea. It's too pointy in my opinion. It looks a little bit too pointy. I might want to fix that, make things look a little bit better. I might lower it as well. The interior actually looks really good. And I've also come through here and added a bunch of chests, a bunch of crates, and some barrels, which I'll probably use all the chests and the barrels for storage later on possibly. I'll just have to remember where things are at. I'll have like a stone section, a dirt section, wood sections and stuff like that, but it at least looks kind of busy. I still need to texture the walls around the edges here to make things look a little bit better. I was thinking about maybe removing the wooden beams and actually just having like stair supports going up and over, just because I think it'll look a little bit better. But we'll kind of see. I'll kind of do some off-camera work between this episode and next and see what I can do. Let's take you up here to show you guys this. See, there's this section, these flat walls that I need to fix. I do want to bring something up over here, so I might have another roof and some windows here, so I don't really want to touch this side of the wall just yet. I do have these indents for the interior, and I wanted to have some indents coming for the exterior. Like I said, I do want to rework the roof to make it look a little bit better. So just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like right now, this is the roof design that we have so far. I'm trying to farm some oak here. I've been running out of oak, but that's how it kind of looks, and it looks okay, but I want to fix it. I want to make it look a little bit better, add some more detail to it. It's kind of plain, kind of flat. On the interior here, I think it's going to be really cool to have like maybe a few long tables, or just one long table or something like that, or a few going this way, or maybe just some seating in here. I'm not really sure. I want to decorate the ceiling a little bit more. I'll probably maybe add a window here, or possibly just extend this one down a little bit further, but I think it looks pretty good, and we're kind of getting the hang of building out here, which is nice. This has been a lot bigger challenge than I thought it would be, especially once I try to fit in some of like these smaller buildings. What I'm probably going to do next episode, in between this episode and next episode, I'm going to finish off the storage. I'm going to finish off the blacksmith interior. I'll bring you guys back in for that. And then I'm going to try to make this roof look a heck of a lot better, because right now I'm not happy with it. I love this exterior portion here, like the way this front face looks. I think it looks awesome, but it needs some work for the roof. And then next episode, we'll probably add a few small houses here for maybe some knights that live on their own, or maybe some upper noblemen that live here, possibly maybe a baker maker, maybe a leather worker, maybe a woodworker, something like that in this area. And then I might possibly want to start on this front gate just because I know I want to get a section of build here to kind of cover up this area. So that might be done off camera as well. I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to put it in the next episode or if I'm just going to try to work on it off camera, kind of see how it goes, see where my inspiration takes me. But with that, I think I'm at the end of the episode. It's going to be a little bit shorter this time. Remember, if you're brand new or you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the episode, let me know what you think of the series, and I'll see you all next time here on KingZee's Empire.